Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel, Pisces Soul Tribe. I want to get into some general messages for you. And of course, anything you need from me can be found down below in the description box. Divine, what do you want us to know at this time? Pisces, what do you want us to know? Okay, so we have the Wheel of Fortune coming out first, but in this particular tarot deck, they call it Destiny. Yeah. So I feel like some of you all are really on your way to purpose. I'm hearing more so purpose driven life. I feel like this time around, I feel like I feel like you've done something before, and you could have done something quite a few times before this time, it works out for you. I feel like something could finally pick up. I'm also hearing third time's the charm. So for some of you, this could be the third time, and this may be the time that you strike gold. We have spiritual strength here at the bottom of the deck here. So I feel like you also in some capacity could be aided in some spiritual way as well. You yourself could be considered some form of spiritualist, heavily believe in some form of religious practice. You shape and mold your life more so around that than anything else as well. Divine, concerning the Wheel of Fortune, Destiny here, what is the message? Okay, so we have financial and material changes, a direct split from 10, so 5. So I feel like you definitely could be doing something that is going to profit you in a way that is going to change your status, change your bank account. You could be moving over a comma. Yeah. Something here also significant about partnerships as well. A ring could be significant here as well. A ring. Divine financial and material changes. Clarify that message for me. Financial and material changes. Yeah, so we have disruption, so the Tower. So I feel like there's definitely a moment here where something could happen and you're not expecting it to happen. I definitely feel like this is targeted and centered towards your gifts, some sense of purpose, maybe a passion that you have, something that you would consider a hobby, something that you consider something that you consider as a hobby could turn into something that could be a financial profit for you. And Divine, what would the disruption be? The Tower. Yeah, because I feel like there's something that you possibly don't see coming. It could pop up all of a sudden, as well as sacrifice. So yeah, I feel like there's also something that you may be having to give up in order to see something through here as well. Yeah, I feel like there's definitely this energy of doing something multiple times. Like you've done something over and over again, expecting the same result. And I feel like you still are expecting the same result, but maybe there was something that you were supposed to do differently or something you're doing differently this time around. Definitely is a sacrifice. I feel like this time around, this could be everything that you have. Giving something your all is also very significant here as well. Yeah, you're about to put your all into something here as well. And triumphant success. So yeah, so just clarifying before we move into anything else, just clarifying what we were talking about as a minor confirmation. Like I feel like you will definitely have success this time around. Something about this time around in this particular energy in this season. Okay, moving into summer. Divine, what else is here? So we have the World, yeah. So I definitely feel like there is something that you're getting ready to come into access. Something about access. I'm not even hearing access denied. I feel like you access granted is more so the lines of what's going on here. I definitely feel like your purpose, what you're getting ready to do, this chance, because I feel like you're about to get an opportunity. This chance, this time around, I feel like you finally know what's going on. I feel like you had many different experiences to help you get to this particular moment. And I feel like once you start to do something again, this time you will know exactly what to do when something happens, when something comes up. You will know all of the issues, all of the problems. You will have a resolution for all of those things. Divine, the world here. So the heart chakra. And tell me about the heart chakra. Okay. So we have spiritual strength as well as moving on. So spiritual strength actually is coming out. So I definitely feel like it has something to do with your spiritual essence, your way of being. You know, as I said, there's some of you all who have picked up new spiritual practices, and that sits at the forefront of your life, because a lot of your life is quiet, a lot of your life is routine, but this particular space, it changes and flows all the time. Anytime you do this or go to that particular space, it's never the same. The energy is always flowing, always moving. Last message here, Divine, please. And then we have recognition and reward. With you taking on this particular path, with allowing yourself to go down this road, I feel like this is the road that best suits you. You know, we had though that financial and material changes, and we also have three, recognition and reward. I feel like you're going to be recognized in areas where people try to cast you out. I feel like that's what the recognition is going to be. The recognition is going to be that you never were a liar. You accomplished exactly what you said you were going to accomplish, and your dream was achievable or is achievable. And not only is it achievable for you, but it's achievable for all of those who choose to go after the dream. That's why you dreamt it. And then we even have rejoice and celebration here at the bottom of the deck. So yeah, I definitely feel like you are about to be in a space where you're going to be recognized, where you're going to see the brighter side of things. Not to say that you were sitting in darkness or anything like that. I feel like in this particular road, you're about to be able to enjoy the fruits of life. Okay? Divine, the energies surrounding this reading. And then we have dirty money. So laundering, steal, as well as illegal. Divine, tell me about dirty money, because I don't feel like you're doing anything illegal. So black sheep. So rebelling, going against expectations as well as defined norms. So what I feel is you're getting money in a different way. Like, I feel like that's going to be the thing. I feel like that's the thing. This dirty money that you're getting is it's the money that you're getting from whatever you're doing. The thing that people said that you weren't going to do. And I feel like people could try to make something be dirty that really isn't. And I feel like that's what it is. You know, I feel like what you have to do could be leaning more so on the side of questionable finances, but I feel like you will have the receipts to be able to prove that you make whatever you make and that you got it, you know, not nefariously, that you didn't do anything illegal in order to do that or to make that happen. Divine, tell me about the black sheep as well as dirty money. Interesting that we have legal coming out. So court paperwork as well as filed. And then we have turned. So I feel like what's happening here is if you are involved in some sort of case, court order, or anything like that, I feel like that's something that's going to work in your favor. I do feel some sort of celebration after a win or a victory is what I'm hearing. Divine, clarify turned for legal, please. Yeah, so we have chained here. So codependency, unhealthy attachment, as well as weighed down. You could be separating yourself from somebody. It could finally be over. You know, some tie that you had to someone could definitely be over, and you could be seeing the brighter side of this, or will begin to see the brighter side of it. Yeah, definitely. So chain codependency, yeah. Divine clarified chained here. The nature of chained. Yeah, so this excuse me, I almost bit my tongue. This definitely is somebody that's new. So new love, learning each other, as well as flirtations. So I feel like you could be legally separating yourself from someone else after many years, and I feel like you will finally be able to move into this space of new partnership with someone else that has been waiting, and not even necessarily waiting, because like I feel like this person wasn't. Their waiting is not in vain, but they did have to wait for you in order to get this legally taken care of here. But I feel like some sort of marriage or a relationship that you were in is now about to be over officially. Divine clarified the new boo. So yeah, machismo. So masculine pride, toxic masculinity, as well as meeting manly expectations. And then we have knocked up. I feel like you're moving into a season of your life, and let's just say this isn't about someone. Maybe you were just chained to some sort of business partner or something like that. Okay. I feel like moving on for you now, you're looking very fruitful. We have knocked up at the bottom of the deck. So pregnancy, expecting, as well as mothering. Very fertile at this time, you know. Very fertile. Yeah. So I feel like yeah, it's given a very fertile energy, almost like Empress like energy, Emperor like energy. It almost feels like the perfect match coming together to create something, to create some form of legacy. You know, someone that would carry on something, you know, but not literally. I feel like what's happening is maybe your higher self and your more elevated self, and you know, yourself that rest and I'm getting all tongue tied, that rest and lie here in the 3D. I feel like there's a balance between all three, almost like a trinity, if you will. I feel like all three of those things, but let's just say the Empress and the Emperor are coming together to create the third. Like, I feel like you're going to create something, you're going to birth something that's going to be revolutionary for your time, and it may even appear ahead of its time. So it's almost like you're going to create something, and I feel like it may not catch wind until later, but that was the intention of it anyway, that when it's time for it to come, you can release it without a hitch, because it'll be a need for it, some form of necessity as well. Divine, last few messages, the energy. So we have skirt, getting away, quick getaway, the runner, as well as escaping. Divine, I feel like there's going to be conversation. Yeah. And then we have receipts. Interesting. We were talking about receipts. So evidence, guilty as charged, as well as exposed. I feel like there is possible that someone feels like they're getting away with something, or someone that you're connected to feels like you're getting away with something. So I feel like someone's going to try to bring something in to try to expose you, bring evidence of something maybe possibly that you've done, maybe saying that before the relationship was over, you were cheating, and that's just not true. I feel like everyone who knows there was some form of separation knows there was a separation, and they know that you're not cheating. Like, I feel like you even waited years after to see if things would be final before you even put yourself back out there like that. Divine, possible outcomes, incoming messages. So we have karma, judgment. So 20. And divine, what is it about karma, judgment? So Page of Pentacles. Before I say this, Page of Pentacles, Divine. And we have the Hangman. So I feel like previously, like I was talking about earlier, that's interesting how this is coming around. I feel like something finally is coming around for you. I feel like this is something that you've waited for. I also feel like, just like the other cards were saying, this is something that you sacrificed. I feel like you put yourself out there willingly, you know, and I feel like this is something that you are definitely going to reap the benefit of. And we even have the Ace of Wands, some sort of action that you took, maybe even some viewpoint, some perspective that you have about something as well. I feel like whatever the nature of that is going to pay off. Divine, tell me about the Page of Pentacles. So the Page of Wands, interesting. Yeah, somebody's definitely going to take action to possibly present you with something. Divine, Page of Wands. I feel like it took a minute to possibly even figure out what it would even be. Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. And Divine, tell me about the Queen of Pentacles. Because, like, I feel like in some way somebody saw you go through something that maybe wasn't fair. Yeah. So we have the Magician. So somebody wants to possibly present you with something that would maybe even aid in your manifestations. Like, I feel like somebody views you as somebody who is talented, someone who has a different vantage point, a different perspective, a different point of view. And I feel like someone also sees the benefit in this. So I feel like maybe you could be contracted, like somebody wants to contract you to do some work for a while. Maybe someone wants your insight. They want to consult with you. Something about planning here as well, even with the Page of Wands and Page of Pentacles. Steady and learned individuals, students. I feel like somebody wants your expertise in a particular area. Yes. Divine, the Magician. Divine, clear messages, please. Yes, so the Empress, just like we were just talking. Yeah, you're very resourceful. Like, somebody sees your potential, they see what you can do, they see what you can create, and I feel like someone wants to use that, but not in a advantageous way. But granted, it would be advantageous, manipulative. You know, that they're not using you to manipulate you. They like your skill. They like the way you do things. The Hangman, Divine. Yeah, the King of Cups. They like your energy. You know what you're doing. With the Knight of Pentacles, yeah. You know what you're doing. It's almost like you care. You care about what you're doing, the care that you take into what you do, how you create. Divine, the King of Cups. You're very considerate as well. With the Three of Cups, yeah, you're considerate of all parties involved with the Three of Cups. And the High Priest, the Hierophant, yeah. So you're definitely a very connected individual, very diplomatic. Like, I feel like somebody views you as somebody who will be a good face of possibly some form of product or something like that as well. With the Star, yeah, you have star-like qualities, and like I feel like this is something that people want to maybe even put on display. Divine, Three of Cups and the King of Cups. Yeah, with the Ten of Cups and the Ace of Wands. Yeah, I feel like people love what you do. They like what you do, and I feel like this is something that you are soon to figure out, because I feel like this could be a strong resource for you. Like, it's stability in the Pisces energy has been reigning very strong and very heavy, and a lot of you all are going to be creating businesses. People are going to be consulting with you about possibly how you created your business, or getting some type of insight or information, because you seem to be in a very fruitful energy. And I will be open and welcome to the change, because honestly, I feel like these particular ventures are the ones that create long lasting relationships, and these relationships could benefit you and with stability in the long run. So someone could be creating some form of generational wealth. Pisces Soul Tribe, that was your reading. Hopefully, this message resonates with you in some way, shape, form, or fashion, and you're able to take something from it that you could use. Of course, if there's anything you need from me, you can find those details down below in the description box. And as always, my good people, remember to conquer this day. Bye, guys.